My name is Billy Moles. I was born and raised in a dairy farm in northwest Wisconsin. Since I was 14, it has been my dream to become a big game hunting guide.
Little scope eye.
When I was 19, I attended guide school in Montana and I have never looked back. I have guided in Idaho, Alaska, and Colorado for brown bear, grizzly bear, black bear, Dall sheep, bighorn sheep, caribou, moose, wolf, elk, mule deer, and salmon and trout.
I'm real happy. Nice ring. A neat little spot here.
For a period of 4 years, I would spend 240 days a year in a tent. I have been to many places and met many interesting people, and I have had a video camera in my hand the whole time.
Just a beautiful, beautiful bear. Jesus. Just put her there, partner. Nice shot.
Oh, Billy, that's a big!
I'm about to share with you some of my Alaskan hunting adventures. Keep in mind, all of this video is shot while I am guiding. All of this is authentic, nothing is staged. I hope you enjoy it.
Here comes our hunter.
Howdy!
Hi.
Billy, Carmen. Carmen, I'm Billy.
Hello.
Good to meet you.
Me too.
Now, as a rule, I don't meet my hunters with bare feet. But after scouting for 2 days before Carmen arrived, I had begun my sheep season ritual of drying my feet to create calluses instead of blisters. This pays off big time at the end of a 30-day season. After spending the night in base camp, we headed up to our spike camp still the day before season. Along the way, Carmen told of her hunts from around the world, but I was most interested in her hunts with her family in her home country of Spain.
Well, it's the 9th. We just packed in about 4 miles here to our spike camp. We're just laying around, lounging, trying to beat the heat. It's about 8 o'clock. And we were just getting ready for bed. I glanced up. Saw a ram bedded right here. They're out here. Just listen. Get in your gun and get ready, and then I'll look over and tell you so you're ready. So as soon as I tell you which one you can shoot. So get ready with your gun.
7 miles into opening day, I spotted a small ram moving up into a shady draw. We got above the ram and we were surprised to find 10 rams below when we peeked over. The largest was this 37-incher.
Okay, you know which one it is? He's the furthest one away, standing up to the right. He's looking right at us. See the little one in front of him? You just turn. That's the one you want to shoot. Whenever you're ready. Shoot him right in the chest. Just take your time. You're on the right one. Good shot. Reload. Take your time and put another one.
Another one?
Yep. Wait. Okay. No shoot. No shoot.
No shoot. Good shoot. Woo.
Good shot. Very good. Yeah, you couldn't see the big one. You couldn't when you
Okay.
first looked over. You couldn't see the big one.
Okay. It was the biggest.
Yeah, that's the best one.
Beautiful.
Yeah, he's a nice sheep.
Beautiful. No problem.
Yeah, a lot of curl on him. Yeah, that's nice. Carmen Gonzalez Meneses from Spain with a ram that she shot on the 10th of August, the very first day of season here. Tell us about the hunt, Carmen.
Now we are here in the river. Today we wake up at 3:30 in the morning, beginning walking at 4:30, and I could shoot a quarter to 10. Okay. And it's I was so tired because every time we was walking up and down with my guides Billy and Steve, and when finally we saw the ships, there are 10 together. This one was the biggest of them, and first we go down to try shooting. In one place it wasn't possible, so we must go up again, and finally I shot up to down the animal. When the animal go up, I can choose the animal and shoot. One shoot I think was better, but I could shoot again and the animal fall down.
That was a very good shot.
Finished. I don't understand.
This is the one and only stunning Steve Areno, my packer and cameraman extraordinaire, packing the meat and the horns back to camp. All told that day, we put on about 15 miles. Most of those were with heavy loads. On a typical sheep hunt, I'll cover 30 to 70 miles, and usually by the end of the season, I've lost about 20 pounds.
Steve packing out Carmen's ram. You can see the haze, that smoke. Fires are about 150, 200 miles away. Get a south wind and that smoke gets in here pretty heavy. Bye, Carmen!
Fire.
Carmen flew out of camp that afternoon and went into one of our caribou camps. The lucky lady killed one of the largest bulls we killed that season. Carmen was a blast to have in camp, and I'd love to hunt with her again someday.
We got her done, Reno.
Got her done. Ready for another.
Bring 'em on. Where's Steve-O? Carmen just flew out about an hour ago. Now we're doing what guides do when they have a day off. Only the second day of season, but we did 2 days of pre-scouting, so we got some dirty socks. I got mine in the rinse cycle there. Morning, Robert.
Nice morning.
It is a nice morning. First morning of Robert Dickey's hunt.
Search of the elusive.
Well, we slept within view of
Did you get one for a count?
2 rams. Oh yeah. Gotta have a good camp shot. Got one in the lower left and one in the upper right. And we saw 3 rams over up in that craggy stuff last night. One of those was close to legal, but not quite. Well, It's the third day of Robert Dickey's hunt. First day we put on about 20 miles. Second day, yesterday, we put on about 8 miles. Made it kind of an easy day. We moved camp about 5 miles up this drainage. We camped last night right down on that flat there. And then hiked up here first thing today. Haven't seen a sheep yet.
After packing our camp over a 2,000-foot saddle, we moved 10 miles to a drainage I had found ram sign in the year before, and it was worth the work.
Along the bottom all the way along. We got about either 5 or 6 rams here, and 4 of them are real low. The biggest one isn't in there, so we think the biggest one might be tucked up in this little shady draw here, so we're going to watch these for a minute here. We're probably going to go up, look in that shady draw, and see if that big ram isn't in there.
He's the one walking to the left. He's the one in the drainage. The one in the drainage right now.
Reload. There's the back one now. Alright, don't shoot again. Did you get zoomed in on him, Reno?
No, as far as I could go.
Sweet.
Hey, Robert.
Finally. A lot of work, but it's worth it.
Nice job.
Thanks.
Heck of a shot.
He's broomed all the way on both sides.
Boo-yah. Man, that was great.
What'd I tell ya?
That was good. You got me a good setup, Billy. That was a great setup. So 280, huh? That's a pretty long shot.
Yeah, see, like knowing that, you probably want to actually hold for about 200.
I just put it right on.
Yeah. In hunting mountainous terrain, it's important to remember only horizontal distance affects trajectory. In my opinion, a 270 to 300 mag is a perfect choice for a 250-pound Dall ram. Robert Dickey from Abilene, Texas, with a heck of a nice ram here he killed on his 4th day. Tell us how she went down, Robert.
Well, we spotted these rams. We spotted about 5 rams, about 2 hours after we left camp this morning. And we were just kind of taking a break from hiking up the drainage and spotted them coming over this saddle up here. And found this good ram in the bunch. So Billy took us on a good stalk where we could sneak up on these and get up on the top of them. And we got down right on position on this big one and made about a 280 yard shot shooting down and ended up getting a real nice ram.
That's a heck of a nice ram. Yeah, we worked pretty hard for him. We probably put on 40 miles to get this ram, and there were some pretty tough ones in there, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it was pretty challenging. Some pretty good climbs. Actually, the climb today to get this ram was probably one of the easiest climbs.
Yeah, worked
but
out
it was still
good.
pretty difficult.
Yeah.
But we got down right on top of him, and it's really a nice ram, and I'm real happy with it. And Billy did a real good job getting me down on him. It's really good when a stalk goes as well as that one did. It went real well planned.
Yeah, it went very well. Robert made 2 good hits on him. He had him down in the first one. We put 1 more for insurance in on him, and he didn't go but about 3 feet from where he first shot him. He just kind of fell forward, about all he did, and he just laid there.
Yeah, I'm real happy with him. He's really a nice ram.
Let's get him on the barbecue.
Okay, let's have sheep tonight.
You bet.
We packed that ram 4 miles to our spike camp. The next day, Robert, Steve, and I packed our camp and the ram 8 miles back to our base camp. Despite the fact that our average ram is 10.5 years old, wild sheep is the best game I have ever eaten. And after 10 days since Carmen's ram, that fresh meat was incredible. Tom Higgs is one of the best hunters I have ever guided. The guy is an absolute animal. He is ready to go anywhere and try anything. The 3 days before Tom arrived were an absolute whiteout. All I could do was sit in the tent. When Tom arrived at my camp, we were both ready to find a ram.
We spotted a ram down here, but he's not quite legal. We saw another ram that is legal in here yesterday, and we were looking for a bigger one, but we didn't see any in here, so we're gonna try to find that legal ram today. There's some more lambs and ewes right there. Another nice day, second day of hunting. A lot of the snow's melted off now. There was a lot of snow on the bottom yesterday. There's a little ram that came up right by us when we were just sitting here glassing. Just a little guy.
2.5 days of hard hunting and little sleep, we found Tom's ram. A half-mile sprint up the mountain put Tom's lifelong dream into motion with this 34.5-inch ram.
That's alright, we'll be able to get closer then. Shoot him again. There, you got him. Wait, he ain't going nowhere. Don't shoot.
Shot over him that first time, didn't I?
No, you hit him.
Broke his leg, poor guy. Another one right in the middle.
There you go.
I hate to see him suffer.
Yeah, he's down. He's done now. Good shot.
Stay there.
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere.
No, we don't roll on him.
Is that him rolling?
Yep.
Oh.
Don't do that. Oh no. Blood all over me. Stop there. I guess I didn't shoot over him the first shot.
No, you nailed him.
Then the bullet went clear through. I saw dirt blow out behind him.
Congratulations, Tom. How about that? We found him. Guess it was a good thing we waited.
Yep.
All right, Tom, where you from?
Eureka, California.
Tom from California here, and he got a nice ram on his second day. Made a good shot on him, a little over 200 yards. Beautiful ram. He's got flared tips, got all his lamb tips there. How many years old is he, Tom?
What we say, 8?
Yeah, we're thinking 8, maybe even 9 years old. It's a good ram. Spotted another one, but we were kind of going after him and we didn't see him. Tom spotted this one yesterday and came over the ridge, and we caught up to him this morning. And beautiful sheep. So now we got 9 days to caribou hunt. I spent 2 days scouting prior to Dave Castman's arrival, and I found a 40-inch ram 5 miles from our airstrip. Dave arrived at 9 p.m., and by 10 p.m. we had camp loaded up and ready to go to spike camp. Along the way, we spotted a band of rams. We quickly turned around and set up our camp. At 4 a.m. the next morning, we got up and climbed the mountain above where we spotted the rams, hopeful the 40-incher was in there.
The one on the right, Dave.
Yep.
Got that? Nice shot. Don't shoot him. Okay, now you can. Ooh, I think you might have hit a horn there.
No, couldn't.
I don't think he's gonna go anywhere.
Outstanding, my man.
You're an assassin. You did that like a freaking assassin.
Hey, had a good teacher. Put me on a spot.
Put her there, partner.
Hey, thank you. That's great.
Excellent, nice shooting. 6:15, the first day of the hunt. Ram down. Got a nice easy pack. Awesome. That was fun.
Well, yeah, thank you for putting me on him.
Nice shooting, man. Congratulations. Well, I suppose we can go back and get our packs. We left them up on the top when we peeked over. Yeah, I look like an Al-Qaeda too, just like Dave with the whites on our heads. But yeah, see what I mean? When you get above them, they don't know what the hell to do. They just can't figure out what in the world something's doing above them.
Great cookies. Thank you very much. These are great.
Nice.
Unfortunately, Billy didn't get that many.
Yeah, I still got a couple here. Thanks for the effort, Ma. Appreciate it. Eating cookies and cheese curds as we speak. We're just gonna eat a little bit here. We didn't take time for breakfast this morning.
Dave is one of the most prepared hunters that I guide. When I told him to bring 2 walking sticks, he brought 2 walking sticks. Usually when I'm packing out a ram, I have over 100 pounds on my back. 2 extra points of contact and loose rock like you see here make all the difference in the world. Now this wasn't the 40-inch ram that I had spotted 3 days earlier, but Dave and I were both proud of this 11.5-year-old 34-inch ram.
Dave Caston from Des Moines, Iowa, with a nice ram he took on his first day of his Dall sheep hunt. Tell us about the hunt, Dave.
Well, you know, as usual, Billy, he's the man. Puts me over. He always puts me in the right spot, at the right time. He always finds the game. Hey, Billy, hats off. Thank you. But we climbed this ridge over here behind us, looked over snuck up along the side and looked over, and there was a couple of rams down there, and Billy got us a good look at it, and after a little discussion we decided that he was a keeper. Here he is.
Yeah, it wasn't a very long hunt. We got up a little before 4 this morning. What time was it when we shot him, Dave?
What was it, 6?
Yeah.
So yeah, it worked out very well.
We did have to climb for him a little bit, but yeah, it all worked out pretty darn well.
Yeah, that's great.
Congratulations, Dave. Nice shooting. Dave made a heck of a shot, 200 yards. He had a kneeling position. We couldn't get prone, but he made 2 real good hits on him, and the ram darn sure didn't go very far.
Yeah. Great.
Well, we're back here at camp. We hung the cape. Yeah, picking on blueberries. Yeah, eating pretty much everything else. We got 7 days worth of food. The hunt lasts 2 hours. So we got the cape hanging in the creek, so the blood's washing off, and we aired out the meat, took it out of the bags, and now the sun came out, so we put it back in our game bags and covered it with my over white suit to keep the shade on. But we're just sitting here chilling, relaxing, eating and BSing. We're thinking maybe a little later we'll go climb over this little saddle and see if we can spot any sheep today, and probably pack the meat out tomorrow or the next day, and then come back up, and then the next day pack out camp and try to find Dave a caribou.
We're 6 for 6, David Caston.
Nice shot. Scott dropped him in his tracks as you saw in the video. Boy, that's a nice bull. Wow.
An 1,800-pound animal that stands over 7 foot tall and has 60-pound antlers makes for an awesome trophy. But I can tell you from experience, there's nothing awesome about packing a 165-pound hindquarter through miles of tundra. For that reason, being able to call in a bull is critical. I have had moose pinpoint my calling location from over 2 miles away. All of the hunts you are about to see are coming into my voice calls or combination of voice calls and brush raking.
Okay. Take him. Take him, Bob. Shoot him again. Shoot him again, Bob. You out of bullets? This way. Don't shoot him anymore.
In the excitement, I dropped the camera in the canoe, and I missed the 61-inch bull toppling over backwards into the river.
What happened here, Bob?
Somebody shot him in the river.
It looks that way. Got a pretty nice bull here. We don't have far to pack him anyways. It's about, half hour before dark, so we're gonna butcher him up here as quick as we can and throw him up on the gravel bar here.
Bob shot his bull at 10 p.m. With some head scratching and a little grunting, we got the bull in ankle-deep water. We took pictures, skinned and butchered the bull, and loaded him in our canoe. We floated a mile back to camp under a full moon. We arrived at camp just after midnight. It was nice to enjoy a leisurely breakfast the next morning.
We've got scrambled eggs with ham and mushrooms and hash browns.
Excellent.
And we've got coffee boiling, steaming up the place here. Come to this beaver dam, and looky what I see. About a 40-inch bull and about a 57-inch bull. And I'm planning on camping about a mile away from here. What's that? If you do, step out in front of me. I mean, we got 8 days, but that is a nice bull.
On day 2, my hunter Lonnie Nedved and I motored our canoe 12 miles upstream and began floating back down, stopping at various locations to call. As you can see, we passed on this 60-inch class bull. Paddling downriver, Lonnie decided the next bull we saw that size or larger was in trouble. An hour later, we stopped at the small willow thicket to call, 2 miles downriver. And the same bull we had just passed on came into my cow calls. If that bull had any idea how ugly that collar was, I don't think he'd have put so much effort into his seduction.
So slow and deliberate. Isn't that great? That is. You gonna do it?
What do you think?
It's up to you. Shoot him again. Shoot him again. Shoot him once more.
Sorry, guy. I'm almost sorry to shoot him, you know? He put on such a good show. Yeah, bless his heart.
That was a good bull.
Yeah, you can't.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
You can definitely be proud of him.
Yeah.
He just came in one too many.
You came in one too many times.
Yeah. He said, well, next time I see him, I'm going to shoot. Well, probably won't be a bad idea. I don't think it was going to be that soon.
I didn't think it was going to be that soon.
Lonnie Nedved from Mitchell, South Dakota. Heck of a nice bull here. Shot it at almost 30 yards. Called it in this morning, and we tried to let him live, didn't we, Lonnie?
We did. Kept coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Come back one too many times.
Made a good hit on him. I guess at 30 yards it's kind of hard not to with a target like that, but...
Yeah, you could have said 300 or something.
Second day of hunting, and Lonnie's got a grizz tag and a wolf tag, so we'll keep an eye on the gut pile. But there's this bull, 55 to 60. And now we have seen the other bull. It's making all the racket. And he is an absolute toad. 70 inches. Still got his velvet on his horns. Absolute monster. Probably 800 to 1,000 yards away right now. Is this cool or what?
On our first of several hunts together, Dave Caston and I found ourselves in a moose haven. We had bulls everywhere, but squirrely winds forced us to retreat on a 70-inch bull the first day. After 4 days of hunting and passing on several 60-inch bulls, Dave decided the next 60-inch bull we had into range he would take. We passed on 2 bulls in the mid-50s that day before we called this 62-incher into range.
Let him come. If you got a good shot and you feel comfortable with it, take it. If not, wait. Okay, you better... Take him whenever you're comfortable. Okay. Take him. Reload. Shoot him again. You hit him. He's going to the left. You see him? Look with your find him with your naked eye first.
I didn't go through there. No, he's just in there.
How did it feel?
Good.
Looked like you got a good hit on him.
Right behind the shoulder.
Okay. Felt good?
Yeah, real good.
Good. Yeah, I saw he kind of had his shoulder tucked in. Yeah, what he was going to do is he was going to skirt. He didn't want to come around that. He was going to skirt and go along the edge. We'll just watch for him here. Listen. David Caston, Des Moines, Iowa. Yeah. Bull moose here, 4th day of the 10-day hunt. 8 bulls we've seen in 3.5 days of hunting. Does that sound right, David?
Yes, it is. Some really nice ones.
And we probably don't even really want to talk about a couple of the big ones we saw.
Well, that's life.
Oh, Waldo and Houdini. Yeah, they'll be in trouble next hunt, if not next year. We had first day we spotted about a 70-incher, and we had him at less than 600 yards, and we tried working in on him. Had kind of a fickle wind and didn't see him. And the next day we went out, saw 3 bulls in a different area. 3rd day we came back to here. We saw the one we nicknamed Houdini last night, and we were within 100 yards of him. We just couldn't see him, and I think the wind kind of screwed us up on that deal again. And today we were on the same knob and spotted this bull probably about 1,000 meters away. Did a little calling. He came in, about 250-yard shot. David hammered him from the hill, and here he is. Got anything to add for us, David?
Nope. Hell of an adventure.
We're in a pretty good spot here for grizzly bear, so we're going to gut him out, and we got a hill right behind us that David shot his moose from, so we've been hoping to get one down fairly early in the hunt so we could work on a grizzly bear. So congratulations, David.
Thank you. You really made it happen for me.
It's all in a day's work, you know. There's the bull. And there's the bull. There's the bull slayer.
That was a hell of an adventure. Dave and I spent the remainder of his hunt fishing, calling in more bulls, and he even took 2 wolves. And that 70-incher we saw, well, another guide and hunter weren't seeing much in their area, so they came into our camp and killed that 72.5-inch bull not a mile from our camp. About the only thing we didn't see on Dave's hunt was 2 bulls in an all-out brawl, and that's what I saw with Greg Hipwell. Greg and I had just relocated our camp into a new area. After setting up our tent, we climbed to a bluff 200 feet above the river bottom. After glassing in the area, I gave a loud cow call, and a 55-inch bull appeared in the slough 1,000 yards in front of us. We elected to pass on the bull. 20 minutes later, we spotted a cow running off the hill with a 60-inch bull chasing close behind, and they were headed right towards that 55-inch bull. They met in the middle of that slough, and the fireworks began.
Boy, they're going at it. Yeah, they're about 1,000 yards away. It takes about 3 seconds for the sound to get here. Yeah, he's a good bull.
It was difficult to judge the new bull because they were locked together the whole time. After 3 minutes of fighting, we decided this bull was a shooter. We ran down to the canoe and quietly motored a half-mile upstream to get downwind of the bulls. On our 300-yard stalk, the bulls had quit fighting, but they were both grunting and going in separate directions. Not knowing which bull was which, we stopped at the slough and began cow calling. Unfortunately, the 55-inch bull appeared. We searched the rest of that day and all of the next, but never found that larger bull. We spent day 4 hunting upriver. At noon, we climbed a mountain overlooking the valley below, and we heard a bull grunting behind us. After 3 minutes of looking through the timber, we found him sneaking through to the river valley below. I judged that bull in the high 50s with lots of points and excellent mass. Greg liked him, so I began cow calling and brought that bull from 600 yards to 25 in just a few short minutes.
There you go. Wait. Just wait. Let him step out into the open. Just wait. He's not gonna go anywhere. You like it, take it. Got a good hit on him.
Should I shoot him again?
He's done for.
Done.
Greg Hipwell from California with a heck of a nice bull he killed on his 4th day of hunting. Told you 4th day was a lucky day, didn't I, Greg?
That's the kill day, 4th day.
Yes, sir. This is, how many legal bulls have we seen so far, Greg?
I think this is number 6, number 7.
Yeah, we saw one second day that might have been a little bit bigger than this one, but I'm not so sure. He was running off the mountain. We never could catch up to him. But we were up on the mountain here, and Greg spotted this bull, and we were able to call him in. We didn't call him in quite as close to the river as we hoped, but Greg made a good shot on him, and we got a half a mile to pack this bull. But luckily it's downhill, eh?
Yeah.
back on the same hill, kind of overlooking the kills right down through those trees. Brought a chainsaw along. Later today I'll go down there and clear out a good lane, but I've heard a bunch of wolves howling this morning. Had a good hard frost last night.
I went down and cleared a lane to Dave's moose carcass. After lunch, we climbed back up on the knob, and there was already a wolf on the kill.
That's pretty close. If you get a good shot, touch it off. You hit it, reload. See her at all?
No.
You hit it.
From the recoil, she went that way. I mean,
Yeah.
she went to the left.
Looked like she fell down. So we'll see what we got down there. Hey, it's been a pretty productive knob, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, this is a very good one. Very good.
Tell us about what happened here, David.
Well, we watched the moose carcass and got lucky enough, we walked up on the knob and right away there was a wolf there and we popped him and here he is. Fun day.
Through the eyes of a moose, the only good wolf is a dead wolf, and Dave got two.
Nice shot.
She's toast.
Beautiful.
Hey.
Wow. Caston's knob, no doubt about it. Beautiful. But yeah, that's a heck of a trophy. The wolf is the hardest to come by. There's no doubt about that. Anybody will tell you that. And David got a double, so that's pretty gosh darn good luck. Nice shooting, Tex.
Thank you. All goes to you putting me on the spot.
300, it's like 310 yards of the kill, so it's not an easy shot. David's last wolf was 12 inches through the chest, so they're not a big target. I don't know, we think this black one's a bitch because we heard other wolves howling in the hill in the background yesterday, and she would come down and eat, then she'd take off, go to the hill, and then she'd come back.
Dave, seriously, it is just an honor and a privilege to hunt with such an amazing hunter as yourself.
Well, there's a little story to this one. Third time's the charm. I missed it the first two times. Third time we didn't think she'd come back. We nicknamed her Sneaky. Now we just named her Stupid. She came back one time too many.
Yeah, we missed this wolf 2 different times. After which, finally, between the two of these two intelligent men that we are, we came up with the idea that perhaps, just perhaps, the rifle could be off. Neither one of us figured that was possible. We both just figured Dave just plain screwed it up, but his rifle was shooting about 5 inches high, and we got her sighted in yesterday and came back up here today, and Dave whacked her at about 250 yards in the brush, made a pretty good shot on her. So this man in 2 years has killed 2 good bulls and 4 wolves, so he's doing his part to help the moose situation here. Dave, seriously, you're the man.
Well, thank you.
You're my idol. Pretty work, buddy.
I couldn't do it without you.
Yeah, that's true, though. Actually, that's very true. So Dave's got 2 days left in his hunt, so we're probably going to spend tomorrow skinning this wolf and maybe go upriver and set up camp for my next hunter and head back down, and Dave's headed back to Hollywood, California, or wherever in the hell it is that he's from. He's got the looks for it, that's for sure.
Podunk, Des Moines, Iowa.
Oh, yeah.
Alaska's wolf population has increased steadily over recent years, and the moose and caribou have suffered because of it. Less than 10% of the death in moose and caribou are by hunters, and over 80% is by predators. A wolf tag in Alaska is only $30. I urge every hunter to buy as many wolf tags as he can. Our hunting future depends on it. It is August and the caribou are just shedding their velvet, and most of the bulls are in bachelor groups as the October rut is a long way off. With the roaming nature of caribou, it is usually best to find a good glassing knob and wait for the caribou. And this next hunt, it just happens to be right at our tent. I am in camp waiting for my sheep hunter, so I joined guide Seth Cottrell and hunter Jim Moore.
I like that beard. That'll look pretty.
Well, we found Jim's caribou.
Well, we haven't shot it yet.
This is true. Boiled down that real wide one. And the biggest one with the white mane. There's two with white manes, but there's one that's far and away bigger. They're about 700-800 yards away right now.
That's him. Until he stops. Whenever you're ready. When he's clear, outside, whenever you're ready.
Good shot.
Nice shot. You got him.
Real good shot.
I hope that was worth the wait. That was a hell of a wait.
Good hit. Well done, Jim.
Not 2 minutes after we got over to Jim's bull, our pilot came in with my next sheep hunter. Russ, Duncan, Steve, and I packed up our camp and headed upriver 5 miles to our sheep spike camp. We settled in at 11 o'clock that night. Over the next 2 days, we passed on several legal rams, but nothing topped Russ's 38-incher he had killed with us the year before. We decided to hunt rams one more morning before we moved our camp to a new location. On our way back, we spotted a herd of 200 caribou 3 miles below near our airstrip heading our direction. I spotted a huge bull in the herd, so we decided to head back to our spike camp and pack it up and try to intercept that large bull as close to the airstrip as possible.
Well, Russ and I are up here looking for sheep. We're headed down. We didn't find any rams. And we looked down the valley. There's a real good herd, a lot of big bulls in there.
With camp on our backs, we didn't get a half-mile down the drainage when the herd swarmed past us. So we chased after the herd, and luckily they stopped to feed.
He just put his head down feeding.
You got his head down?
Yeah, feeding. There's a calf going right in front of him.
I hope, man. Okay, just stay right on him.
All right, his head down feeding.
Hold right on him.
You hit him.
You hit him.
Good, right in the shoulder. He's hit good.
He's going down. That's the right one now.
That's him.
He's coughing blood. You got him. Yeah, he's going down.
Oh, look at him.
Damn good caribou. That's the best one. Yep.
That was definitely the best one.
Pretty good caribou.
It was a heck of a shot, Russ.
Thank you. Good shot.
Nice shot.
Heck of a nice caribou, Russ.
Thank you, sir.
You made a darn good shot. We figured it was about 400 yards. We had camp all broke down. We figured he was gonna be a couple miles down the drainage, but they were headed up this way. And we actually shot him less than 200 yards from where our camp was. We just broke down camp and started heading down. Our camp was right over there at the base of those rocks. We actually had to run him down. Luckily this bull stopped and fed for a while. We shot him from that slight ridge there. Heck of a bull.
After Dave Caston's sheep hunt, we took a day off and watched as bull after bull paraded past our camp. On our second day of caribou hunting, Dave found the bull he wanted. It's shots like this that earned him the nickname, the Alaskan Assassin, Dave Caston.
Well, we found the bull we want. We're just waiting for him to stand up. Are you ready?
Anytime.
How about I'll just whistle to get him up?
That's fine. Let him stand up right behind the shoulder.
Yeah. You'll have time when he stands, so don't rush it.
4. There he goes. You ready? Say when.
Go. You nailed him. He's got his ass to you. He's down. Yeah, he's, yeah, he's gonna tip over. Yeah, he's done. Nice shooting, cowboy.
Thank you.
Well done.
Another good one, Billy.
Yeah, he was getting restless there. We were just waiting for him to stand up.
Yeah.
Dave made a good shot, about 240 yards. The Alaskan assassin there, my friends. Nice shooting.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I look forward to guiding Dave each year. When he arrives in camp, it's like he never left the year before. But next year, we're gonna see if those scrawny legs of his can handle a man-sized pack.
Dave is no longer my client. He's tagged out. He's now my packer.
There you go.
Show off your load there, Dave. Do a little spin for us. Nice. Yeah, pretty good caribou. We're loaded down heavy. Got about 2.5 miles to camp, so we're gonna get her done here.
In my opinion, the Alaskan brown bear is the pinnacle of North American big game hunting. The animal can weigh up to 2,000 pounds, run 40 miles an hour, and has 5-inch claws. As a rule, bears don't hear very well, and as long as you don't move, their vision is poor. But I have had bears win me from over 3 miles away. It's late September. I am guiding Mike and Pam McLaughlin of Coleman, Michigan. Pam spotted this bear in a gravel bar 400 yards below. A hasty 200-yard stalk put us into position. After clearing the rain from Pam's scope and finding a rest in the soft tundra, Pam's 300 Weatherby was ready to bark.
Let's wait till he stops. Okay, get ready. Can you see through it good? Yeah? Are you ready, Mike? Just wait till he stops. All right, are you good, Pam? You ready, Mike? Whenever you're ready. Okay, wait. You ready, Mike? Okay. Whenever you're ready, Pam, right in the front shoulder. Don't shoot, Mike. Shoot him again, Pam. He's right in the river.
See ya.
You got him. You busted him. Nice shot.
They don't call me Boom Boom for nothing.
Boom, boom. Nice shooting, girl. Ah, smoke's rolling off yet. Well, we ain't seen any moose. Pam spotted this bear. We were sitting there up on the hill just BSing. Pam dumped that thing. Excellent shooting. That's farther than what I like to shoot a bear. That's probably 220 yards. I'll zap it with the rangefinder and find out.
Last night we were sitting up on the hill watching for moose, and all of a sudden I see this black thing in the gravel bar just behind us. And Billy, what is that? It's a grizzly. Go shoot him up and kill us a bear.
That was a tremendous interior grizzly bear. It squared over 8 feet and later scored 24 1/8 inches. People always ask me, what's the difference between a brown bear and a grizzly bear? And I tell them this. A brown bear and a grizzly bear are the exact same bear, but a brown bear lives near the ocean and his diet is primarily salmon. A grizzly bear must scavenge and work for a living. It digs roots, eats berries, and kills moose and caribou. And a brown bear is usually up to 3 times the size of a grizzly bear. This hunt starts the evening before as we spotted a huge boar high on the mountain across the bay. Early the next morning, we found the boar in the exact same spot. We motored across the bay and began our 3-mile stalk through 4 feet of snow. After 2.5 hours, we find ourselves here, stuck in the wide open, as the bear slides down the mountain directly towards us. Finally, he stops 500 yards away and lay there sunning himself for a half an hour. Finally, the bear got up and walked back up the mountain the same way he came. As soon as the bear tops out on a bench and is out of sight, we resume our stalk. 1 hour later, on day 13 of the hunt, we find ourselves 40 yards from the bear, lying motionless, but aware of our presence.
About 40 yards.
Hit him again.
How about a yeehaw?
How about that?
Yeah!
Yeah! Thanks, guys.
Huh? It was good. Good spot, Billy.
Yeah,
really
really.
good. I didn't see that son of a bitch.
At first I thought it was grass and I just peeked and then I knew it was the wrong color. Well, took us a while.
Thanks,
Way to
guys.
go, Steve. Good shot.
Right.
Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. The two best Billy's hunters in the world, huh?
Well, right here is where he slid down. That's where he came back up. That's where he lay. That is a massive head. What a big critter.
Yeah, really.
Incredible. There's the meat hooks.
Yes, sir.
Say about 4.5 inch claws, I'd reckon.
Oh,
8.25 inch pads. Gee.
Well, yesterday, Greg spotted this big old brute way up here in the mountain here, and we kind of thought about what we were gonna do last night, and this morning we started out bright and early and just kept pushing up here thousands and thousands of feet and snowshoes and cussing and swearing a little bit, and it was a real struggle, but by golly, Billy Wright and Billy Moles connected Steve Roberts' nice big brown bear trophy from Kodiak with Alaskan trophy safaris. I'm a happy client.
Well, that's good.
Steve's 10-foot bear later scored 28 inches. Billy had broke trail the whole way up, so I packed the 200-pound hide and skull 3 miles back down to the beach. The enormous hide didn't fit in my pack and was hitting me in the back of the head the whole way down. We arrived at camp at 11 o'clock that night, but I couldn't sleep from the smell of bear grease in my hair. 5 days later, I got my first shower in 5 weeks. I never remember a shower that felt that good.
I was sitting here facing this way, and I just thought I should get up and take a look behind me. And I looked, and holy shit, there comes a grizzly bear off the bar straight towards me.
There's his tracks.
Stood up. He kind of raised his head and looked at me, kept running. I hollered, ho! He didn't stop. Flipped my covers off. Put it up. He was still coming, and he was close. Shot.
I'm on wide angle, and that's where the bear was when Dad first shot it. It's a sow. Looks like it's gonna be 6.5 foot. That's pretty fair sized sow. See the old meat hooks on her. See that pad, Pa? Yeah.
That's big.
Big enough.
It's 1998 and I'm a wet behind the ears 19-year-old farm boy, one step closer to realizing his dream of becoming an Alaskan guide. After 5 days of terrible weather, we headed 8 miles up to our spike camp. After setting up camp, we headed to our glassing knob, and before we ever even sat down, Craig had spotted a boar and a sow 1.5 miles up the drainage. After a difficult stalk, we found ourselves 100 yards from the bear, when we realized if we shot the bear there, he could fall into the gorge below and there would be no way to get him out. So we waited for the bear to move. That never happened. Finally, we had to yell and scare the bear, hoping he would go into an avalanche chute nearby where the large boulders of snow would stop the bear from sliding into the gorge.
Ah! Hey!
Unbelievable.
Hey! Go ahead, take him. Shoot him again. Shoot him again. Another one? Hold on.
How's it feel, John?
Well, I'll tell you, it's a big relief. Long story and a long day. We were at least 1.5 miles away. The problem was we spotted a sow about 150 yards away, and we had to go through a lot of open country in front of her to get to him. So luckily she was sleeping and she didn't see any of it. We got up to him and we must have waited 1.5 hours over there. We were right on top of him, but he was too close to the ledge. Oh, I guess it was 2 hours and 45 minutes, and he was too close to the ledge to shoot, in fear of him falling in, and we'd never be able to get at him. So we finally decided to readjust our position and then make a bunch of noise, and it took a lot of noise, but he finally came to and got a little bit spooked and started heading up just as planned. So we were very, very fortunate, and I couldn't have done it without a good guide and a good packer, so I sure appreciate it. That's all there is to it. Well, still looking like he could hit 10 feet. He's a beauty. Check out the head. The head on this thing. It's just unbelievable. And the size of the claws. Just unbelievable. It's a big bear.
Well, that bear squared 10'7" and scored just under 30 inches Boone and Crockett. John was one of those guys that deserved every inch of that bear. Well, I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I did making it. I'm Billy Moles, reminding you to hunt hard and chase your dreams, because you're the only one that can make them come true. We'll see you next time.